In most crime dramas, the police chase criminals. But what happens when the danger is bigger than crime? What happens when the threat is political, international, and sometimes invisible? Suddenly, ordinary policing is not enough. The country needs something stronger. In the late 1970s, British television imagined exactly that situation: a permanent emergency, a hidden organisation, and two men whose job was to confront danger wherever it appeared. The result was The Professionals. And unlike traditional police dramas, this series did not simply show crime being investigated, it imagined Britain as a nation under constant threat. At the centre of the programme was CI5, a fictional intelligence and counter-terrorism organisation responsible for protecting national security. Its head was George Cowley, played by Gordon Jackson. Cowley runs CI5 with a clear philosophy: the threats facing Britain are too serious to be handled by ordinary police procedures. Terrorists, international criminals, and political extremists move quickly and ruthlessly. To stop them, Cowley recruits agents who can respond just as quickly. Those agents are Ray Doyle and William Bodie. Doyle is played by Martin Shaw, Bodie is played by Lewis Collins. Together they form one of the most recognisable partnerships in British action television. At first glance, the structure of the series seems simple. Each episode begins with a threat. It might involve terrorism, espionage, political violence, or organised crime with international connections. CI5 becomes involved because the situation has national consequences. Doyle and Bodie are sent to investigate. What follows usually includes surveillance, pursuit, confrontation, and often violence. But the programme's importance lies not just in its action. The Professionals reflects a particular moment in British history. During the late 1970s, the country was increasingly aware of security threats. Terrorism, political unrest, and international conflict created an atmosphere of uncertainty. Television responded by imagining a security service that could deal with these dangers directly. CI5 is therefore not simply a police unit. It is closer to a hybrid organisation, combining intelligence work, counter-terrorism operations, and rapid response policing. Cowley expects results, not paperwork. Doyle and Bodie are therefore allowed to operate with unusual freedom. They carry firearms, pursue suspects aggressively, and sometimes act before the full legal situation is clear. In this respect, the series resembles American action television more than traditional British drama. Fast pacing, car chases, gun battles, and physical confrontations appear frequently. The energy of the series is deliberate. The audience is meant to feel that events are moving quickly and that hesitation could be fatal. Yet the characters remain distinctly British. Bodie and Doyle are not glamorous secret agents in the style of cinematic spies. They argue, joke, and occasionally irritate each other. Their partnership works because the two men are different. Bodie is direct, confident, and sometimes reckless. He tends to trust his instincts and act quickly. Doyle is more thoughtful and occasionally skeptical. He questions orders more often and shows greater concern about the political consequences of CI5 operations. This contrast gives the programme dramatic tension. Both men are skilled professionals, but they approach their work from different perspectives. Bodie believes in decisive action. Doyle worries about the cost of that action. Cowley stands above them both. He represents authority and experience. He understands the moral complications of national security work, but he also believes that hesitation can endanger the public. His leadership, therefore, combines discipline with pragmatism. One of the most interesting aspects of The Professionals is the world it creates. Unlike traditional police dramas, which focus on solving individual crimes, this series presents a broader landscape of danger. Episodes involve foreign agents, political extremists, arms dealers, kidnappers, and assassins. The scale of the threats is larger than ordinary criminal activity. Britain appears as a country that must constantly defend itself against hostile forces. This sense of permanent tension gives the programme its distinctive tone. Even quiet moments feel temporary. At any moment, a bomb might explode, a diplomat might be kidnapped, a terrorist cell might activate its plan. CI5 exists to prevent those events from happening. CI5 exists to prevent those events from happening. The action sequences reinforce that urgency. Car chases through London's streets, confrontations in warehouses, and shootouts in isolated locations create a sense that danger can appear anywhere. Unlike earlier British dramas, which often relied on studio sets, the professionals made extensive use of location filming. Streets, offices, countryside roads, and industrial sites all became part of the visual language of the show. The result was a drama that felt expansive and energetic. But beneath the action, there is interesting moral questions. CI5 operates with extraordinary power. Its agents carry weapons, conduct surveillance, and sometimes intervene before crimes have actually taken place. The justification for this authority is national security. But the programme occasionally hints at the ethical complications involved. How much power should a security organisation possess? When does protection become control? These questions are rarely answered directly, but they exist beneath the surface of the narrative. Cowley believes that CI5 is necessary. Doyle sometimes wonders whether its methods are too extreme. Bodie focuses on the practical reality of stopping dangerous people. The audience is left to consider the balance between safety and freedom. This mixture of action and moral tension helped make the series extremely popular. Running from 1977 to 1983, The Professionals became one of the most recognisable British action programmes of its era. Its influence can still be seen in later television dramas that combine security threats with fast-paced storytelling. But the programme remains distinctive because of the world it imagines. In that world, Britain cannot rely solely on traditional policing. The threats are too complex and too dangerous. Instead, the country depends on a specialised organisation working quietly in the background. CI5 does not seek publicity. Its successes remain largely invisible. If Doyle and Bodie do their job properly, the public never realises how close disaster came. That idea gives the programme its underlying tension. While ordinary life continues, hidden conflicts are taking place across the country. Terrorist plots are disrupted. Smugglers are intercepted. Violent conspiracies are dismantled. The professionals responsible for these victories receive little recognition. They simply move on to the next assignment. In this sense, the title of the series is very precise. Bodie and Doyle are not superheroes. They are professionals. Their work is dangerous, exhausting, and sometimes morally complicated, but it is also necessary. And through their stories, the programme offered viewers an exciting vision of a Britain defended not only by its institutions, but by the determination of the people willing to confront danger directly. That combination of action, partnership, and national anxiety ensured that The Professionals became one of the defining television dramas of its decade. And thanks very much for listening. I will be back on another day with another television show. Bye.